Do you want to read, but each time you look at your book, you just put it away? It's so hard to start getting into the book. Well, this video is for you. I'm going to give you 3 ways that have worked for me on how to enjoy reading more. Reading is a beautiful thing, and let's watch this and enjoy this video together. Sit back, get a cup, relax, and I'll say some methods that I've found online from other people that might help you, and some things and methods that I've found. Now we're going to start ahead with the first method, number 1, and this is the key thing that everyone should know. First off, find a book that's interesting to you. For example, I love reading science fiction, and I'm a sci-fi author, so I'm choosing to read 1984. And by the way, subscribe, because I'm almost done this, and when I'm done, I'll post a review on this. You'll hear an author's and Christian's perspective on this book. Maybe you like romance. Maybe you don't even like fiction. You prefer reading history books. And the most important thing when you're doing this is, say you're just starting to read and you find a book that you don't like. Don't be afraid to not finish the book, because then you're just going to not enjoy the reading experience. You're going to view it more as a chore. Now that is where one of the second ways to make reading more enjoyable to you comes in. And this is to turn off distractions and to make yourself in a cozy environment. Put yourself in a cozy environment. For example, here I found a nice couch. It's different, it's more stimulating. Perhaps currently now you're just reading in your bed, and maybe that works for you. Find what works for you and try to alternate each time, because when we're reading, you're reading the image of what's happening in the book. But sometimes when you're more in those boring sprints of the book, you'd like to have more visual stimulus, and that can easily be solved by going to different locations, reading outside in your balcony, reading on a couch, reading on your bed, and truly switching it up. Reading on a train maybe, although maybe for some people you can't do that because it makes you seasick. But here's the truth. Those two aren't really going to have too much of an influence or impact on you if this one thing is not what you're doing. And one of the most important things is to not read the pages, but to read the chapters. Now you're probably thinking, what do you mean by that? You see the page count at the bottom, you set a goal to read 20 pages a day, and then you'd read the book in 2 weeks, or maybe read 50 pages a day and it's done a week. Now what I recommend, and it's not even what I recommend, it's what I found other people have used and was helpful for them, is to read by chapters. So this means you don't put the book down until the end of the chapter. For example, right now I'm reading 1984 by George Orwell, and I've stopped here on this page because you can see there's a clear break there, because the author is intentional in the way that they write their books. So doing that actually helps them a lot, because then you're where you're supposed to break. They care about the reader too, and they want you to have, some time to unwind and take a step back from the book. But that's not going to be possible if you're stopping to read in the middle of a cutscene. But here's the catch. You need to be honest with yourself, because if you say you're going to just read one chapter, but then you're ambitious and you continue to read on, then what can happen then is, next time when you say you're just going to read one chapter and it's a longer one, you're going to be less inclined to finish it, because you know that your mind in the past was so ambitious that it made you read even more, and at the present moment you don't even want to read. You'd rather hang out with your friends or watch a movie or scroll or do this or that. So it's really important, when you do sit down to read, make sure everything's intentional. And I actually speak about intention in this episode over here. Because with the intention, you can set clear boundaries for when to finish. Just how in the other two, where one of them was making it cozy, set a clear space. So if you want to go, say I just want to read one chapter a day, just read one chapter. Now, sometimes you don't have to follow this rule, but this is just an entry point into discovering how to enjoy reading more. But what about you? What do you guys have to say on how you enjoy reading? Let me know down below, and I'd love to discuss with you guys. Make sure to subscribe when I hit 1,000 subscribers, or when we hit 1,000 subscribers. These Thomas Wattia publishing hats will be released to the public on my website, and my book is currently out. You can see it down below. Yeah, so make sure to let me know what you guys think. Have a great day. God bless.